All right, we're live. Let freedom ring. I got Bobby here. Um, WrestleMania 42 just wrapped up. Bobby, you did a tough rock today,
Yep.
um, which is 26.2. 25 pounds is back. I've done it 10 times. He's done it 9. You broke a record, though, today.
Yes.
What time did you get?
6 hours and 14 minutes.
6 hours and 14 minutes. Absolutely shattering his personal best. I'm more of an 8 hours type of guy. But we want to talk about this. Now, we used to do a show together. What do we call it?
Wrestling Squabble.
Wrestling Squabble. And again, I can't see comments, so if people do comment on that, we don't have anybody tuning in just yet. But WrestleMania 42 just wrapped up. Incredible, absolutely incredible main event. You want to go through kind of what happened tonight?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people right now disappointed with WrestleMania as a whole. I thought tonight was not so bad.
Way better than last night.
What did you think? So obviously they're talking about right now on the post show, Obafemi, Brock Lesnar. What did you think of that match?
The match was electric. Wild ending. Didn't see that one coming. Not that I didn't think Obi wouldn't win, but the ending of that full-on match with the Brock part was wild. But now it makes sense why they put it on ESPN.
Yeah, pretty monumental. Brock Lesnar debuting in the WWE in 2002. So that was a 24-year career. A little bit of a break when Brock had left WWE back in 2004. But he's been back since 2012.
Yeah.
So he just had a 14-year stretch there. Obafemi, though, I think this guy is ready, and he's going on right now. I think he's ready to enter the main event fray.
Yes.
He's absolutely fantastic. I thought that was great. I thought it was a great part of Mania. It didn't go on long. You saw Brock at the end kind of motion to his shoes, and Brock Lesnar's retired. Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't. I thought he would retire at SummerSlam. He is 50, but it is in Minnesota.
He's about 50. The dogs are getting in on this. He's about 50 years old. I think he's 49. So at the end, it's about the time.
Yeah.
You don't want to be Ric Flair. Brock, you can tell Brock looks older than he has in many years. But Obafemi, and you can see right now, Obafemi, this guy probably should main event a WrestleMania. I would say even by next year.
If you can get odds on him on Kelce right now, you should take him to win the Royal Rumble next year.
He's very hot. This crowd's going nuts. I might have to get that Ruler T-shirt. I thought that was a great way to kick off night 2. And, it was emotional. Brock Lesnar, you don't see this guy show emotion ever. Paul Heyman was even showing a little bit of emotion. So all I can say about Brock Lesnar is thank you for the memories, because it was incredible career. I mean, you remember when he debuted.
Yeah, thank you, Brock Lesnar, for all your 2-star matches. Couple of good matches with Kurt Angle in there.
I mean, I have to say, him winning the title at SummerSlam 2002 against The Rock, and it was like the progression of Brock, and he was huge. And then in 2004 he left. But I would say, he had a Hall of Fame career from 2012 to now.
Yes.
You took all of that out of there. Not that it was very lengthy. So I got to say that was amazing. Push over Femi straight to the top. Then they brought us the ladder match, and it was on ESPN. Rusev, Dragon Lee, and
McDonough,
JD McDonough. No entrances on TV. But I guess that's okay. I guess that's something. I'll tell you something, man. TKO does drive me nuts. I'm sick of these ads.
Oh yeah, well that's an ESPN app thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a commercial break or whatever, but I mean, how many ads do you have to have? They got Slim Jim on it. Dominic Mysterio pulls out the table and it says Slim Jim on it.
That's true.
It's like, come on, guys. You're not making enough money.
Well, ESPN Bet did flop like billions of dollars. So
yeah, I got to say the ladder match was incredible. Penta, I can say Rey Mysterio has outlasted a lot of guys. AJ Styles, John Cena, Brock Lesnar. He started wrestling before all those guys. And Rey's in the match, still getting it done.
Yep.
Penta, Canadian Destroyer on JD McDonough on the ladder through, onto the other ladder. The spots in this match were great.
The match was probably the second best match of the night. Action packed. The Rey Mysterio part that he hit himself in the face with the ring with the ladder, that was a little out of nowhere. But other than that, it was a great match.
I thought it was phenomenal. Penta winning, super excited about that. Tony Khan, you had some of these guys.
He screwed up. He dropped the ball.
You had a lot of these guys on this card tonight. I would say though the first two the parts that were on ESPN were until the main event was the best part of this show.
Yeah.
The third match, I think we go to Trick Williams and Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Not much to talk about.
I mean, if you want to talk about people saying that they're not pushing new stars, they clearly pushed two new young stars with Trick Williams and Obi tonight.
Yeah.
But the match itself, like his entrance with the long cape thing, was the best part of the match. The rest of the match was like, to be fair, if you really want to know, that could have been Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, and you didn't need Sami Zayn. I don't know why everyone loves him. He is boring.
I'm a Sami Zayn fan, but there hasn't been anything the last couple of years to get me excited. I gotta say, you could have Carmelo Hayes not even getting involved.
Could have made two stars in one thing on this pay-per-view. You use Sammy, you're never gonna push him to the top. Zayn.
So, I mean, I guess you're pushing Trick Williams hard. I'm fine with that, but to not even have Carmelo Hayes sniff WrestleMania, not even sniff WrestleMania.
Dumb.
He loses two matches in a row, not even interferes in that match, which was not great. In that the rapper there, Little Yachty, could have done without him. I actually was happy when Sammy took him out.
Yeah.
I don't think Trick Williams needs that guy. I don't think he brings them anything. So overall, that wasn't anything too. Okay, Wyndham's in the house. What happened after that? Now I'm already blanking.
It was the Finn Balor match.
Okay, Finn. Yeah. So this pay-per-view, by the way, just went super fast. All right, Wyndham. This pay-per-view went super fast. So then Finn Balor comes out with the Demon. Poor Cody Bollier, absolutely terrified. Was terrified.
Ruined bedtime. It ruined bedtime.
Yeah. So Finn Balor, thank you for that. That was our. Come on, when you can come sit with your dad. That match was fine.
It was okay. I mean, you know who's winning that match, so yeah. It's kind of it's a fun match to watch, but overall, it did exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, nothing really to complain about, but nothing really to be excited about.
I mean, Dominic Mysterio's entrance was pretty awesome with the lucha mask and all that stuff. There's good spots there. Dominic Mysterio again, young guy. That's another future top star in the WWE.
I think he's a top star now.
Yeah, I know, but to carry the flag for the next 10 years.
Yeah, I don't think they're burying young talent. I really do think that's an exaggeration. I do agree that I'd like to see some youth in a main event, but
it's not the time right now.
But Finn Balor, the Demon, Dominic Mysterio, pretty good, nothing great. Then we went to Rhea and Jade. Nothing to really talk about. I mean, good for Rhea Ripley for winning. Io Sky got involved. Io Sky can get involved, but Carmelo Hayes can't run in to the Trick Williams and Sami Zayn match that nobody really wanted.
Oh, I mean, you had enough time that you could have fit in Io and Asuka in this pay-per-view. Clearly, they're holding off for Backlash, but
yeah,
could have fit in there.
Well, it's 10 o'clock and WrestleMania is already over.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going to 11. People complain that AEW pay-per-views go too late. It's like, we want WrestleMania to go late.
Right.
So.
It's 7 o'clock in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing this press conference. It's pure light out. Here comes Trick Williams into the press conference. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that. So big ups to Rhea Ripley. Nothing too exciting out of that.
No, I mean, what's her name? Jade is not as bad a wrestler as everyone makes her out to be.
No.
But overall, the match was okay. It, I don't think their styles clashed very well.
The headline to this WrestleMania for me is it was just everything. A lot of things were just okay.
Yeah,
Like they weren't anything special. Like it wasn't awful. Like I don't think there was anything on Mania besides leaving out Carmelo Hayes that was awful. It was just okay.
yeah.
You know. Um, then let's talk about the main event, the real
No,
main
we
event.
skipped part Danhausen.
Oh, Dan House. I'm sorry. Was probably one of the highlights.
Yes.
Bringing out the John Cena's coming out. Kip Wilson and the Miz come out, and Danhausen comes out with a bunch of little people with him.
No, on the show they specifically said call them midgets. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
I don't know. We're not really. I don't think people really use that in 2026.
no, the performers asked them to use it.
Okay.
Michael Cole said on the television thing, so that was specifically used for that reason.
Well, I thought. All right, Roger, hold on. I thought this was fine. Again, I thought anything with Danhausen gets over.
Yeah.
Good crowd reaction. So good to see Danhausen. Danhausen. Should I let him out?
Oh, WrestleMania Hausen had to happen.
WrestleMania Hausen had to happen. All right, the dogs all want to go out right now. Wyndham, Walter, and Roger are ready. But yeah, no, Danhausen spot, very funny. Very nice, very evil. Danhausen. That's a great segment with, John Cena. John Cena was actually cracking up.
Yeah, he was.
I think he was finding a lot of humor into that. So then we get to the main event. And I want to say, again, this is a pretty mediocre. It was a mediocre WrestleMania. Very mediocre. It was not bad.
No.
This main event may have boosted the number for night 2 for me.
Yeah.
Because this main event with CM Punk and Roman Reigns absolutely delivered, from the entrances to the performance in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania is a time to do false finishes.
Yeah.
What did you think of the match?
The entrance at the beginning was great. Roman's got his old music back, or like his original Tribal Chief music, and then the CM Punk Ring of Honor music, which was cool to kind of show his way there. So many spots that you could go to. I mean, if your last main event had a lot of blood, last night, I don't know if he needed the blood there. I think it was by accident. I think he might have actually cut himself when they're doing like a little spot with the steel stairs, which, by the way, I don't understand how you get away with it. There are DQs.
I know.
And you didn't call it, which is
Roman Reigns should have been disqualified in that match. CM Punk should still be the world champion.
Yeah, I know. They're like,
by the rule book.
Give him leeway, and I'm like, there's leeway, and then there's steel stairs.
Yeah,
dude, the guy's stuck in the rope. But
just make every main event at WrestleMania no DQ.
Yeah,
just make that the rule. I thought Punk being stuck, and he's got the multiple Superman punches.
Yep.
Roman falling right back into the GTS again.
Yep.
Punk taking off the tape and hitting a low blow. You're thinking that's going to end it. There was so many spots in that match. They both used each other's moves.
Yep.
Felt very similar, like stuff The Rock and Austin did, 25 years ago. This main event was awesome. I don't know where it's going to rank in greatest main events of all time, but it's going to be talked about. I think this was a good way to end Mania.
Yeah. First time the World Heavyweight title, the new brand use of it being in the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's just weird because 2 years ago, Roman Reigns was crapping on it.
Roman Reigns had said this was the consolation prize. He's now holding it.
Now he's holding it. So sometimes you got to remember that the receipts come back, Roman.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. I don't know. I really did enjoy the main event. For me, that's going to really boost the rating of night 2. Anything else that you noticed? Anything you want to talk about in there?
I mean, the only thing I think was where do you go with the belt, right? Roman's a part-time wrestler. CM Punk is probably taking a break because AJ Lee last night. Now she's taking a break. So where do you go? The belt's gonna be off of Raw a lot.
Yeah.
So what is that? Where do you go to? Someone coming back from his past, or do you go to Fatu, moving?
I think you should. I mean, yeah. And the thing is, whoever the next opponent is whatever they do, he's not winning that.
No,
feud.
He's being fed to him at Backlash.
We had to kind of the WrestleMania lull period. I think last year, the after WrestleMania lull. I feel like last year was pretty decent, but wrestling's gonna get kind of WWE is gonna probably be a little bit boring for a little bit, maybe not.
Yeah.
But what do you like out of 1 in 10? What do you give night 2? I gave last night. I just want to say on here, I gave night 1 a 6.5.
Oh, you gave it a 6.5? Oh.
It was very mediocre, but it wasn't. Again, there was nothing bad about WrestleMania. Nothing was bad.
Yeah.
It was just me. It was just yeah.
Yeah, like last night's pay-per-view, I probably would say it was like a 5. But yeah, probably like a 7-8 for night 2. Great beginning. Lot of felt like filler in the middle in the main event that was almost 45 minutes long, which was great. But the middle part, you can't look past the fact that it was kind of boring, kind of low.
So what do you want to give it for a number?
7.8, 7.8.
7.8.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go 7.5. Like it was better. It was better than last night.
It was better than last night.
Way better main event. Even though I didn't hate last night's main event, I just liked the beginning and I liked the end.
Yeah.
The middle of it wasn't good. Roman and Punk was straight through a great main event. 7.5 sounds good. Again, this WrestleMania 42 is going to go down as like 41, like 27, 26 to some degree, even though I know they had the match with Michael's retirement. It wasn't a bad WrestleMania.
No.
It wasn't a good WrestleMania. It was a mediocre WrestleMania. And I know a lot of people are disappointed about that.
Yeah. I just think don't go back to Vegas. Like, this is 2 years in a row you're going to Vegas. The stadium isn't great because the noise goes up sometimes, so it gets a little confused with what's going on. And you've had 2 there, and they're both kind of like bridge WrestleMania. So like,
and we're going to Saudi next year, and everybody's gonna have strong opinions about that. But yeah, mediocre Mania, not horrible, done really quick, but
they need to get years in between 40 because 40 was so good.
Yeah.
That the last 2 just can't compete.
Nothing's been good since 40.
And I think it's going to get not better, really, as long as they're on ESPN, because ESPN with these ads are outrageous at points.
Yeah.
We literally had the counter for $3.50. It ran out, and they just started throwing random wrestling action figure ads at us. And it was like, we waited the $3.50. Why aren't we back? And they're just throwing these random ads at us at this point.
The dogs are starting. They're giving. They want back in. So mediocre.
Yep.
We're giving. Bobby says 7.8. I say 7.5. We'll be back with more wrestling content. We'll get that going again. But everybody out there, hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. We're on to the Raw after Mania.
Yes, we're on Raw after Mania.
So see you later. Live freedom. Peace.